This is the bag I'm planning on taking for the elk hunt. It's super simple. All it is a waist belt, a lumbar support, and a meat tray. The bag itself is just that. It's simply a bag. It's held in place with a series of straps. You unhook the straps and the whole bag lifts up and comes out. You've got a hard frame underneath and then the meat shelf right here. You'd put your meat in bags and strap them on to your pack using the same straps that hold your bag in place, and then cinch up your meat shelf to keep it where it needs to be. So this right here is an entire week worth of elk camp. I've got 8.5, maybe 9 days worth of food if I ration it out. The only thing I didn't pack into this bag is water. That's going to go on a little pouch right here on the side of my hip belt. And I didn't pack fuel. Everything else is in there. Food, stoves, everything in this one bag. This is the Stone Glacier minimalist bag. Nothing fancy, no hip pockets on there. Just a bag. So we'll unpack that for you here in just a minute. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and open up this bag right here. Take these main straps off. This right here is our water filtration system. I'll go ahead and open that up here in just a minute as soon as I've got this rifle secured. So we're going to slide that strap off. Slide that one under. And go ahead and just set this out of the way. So we've got poo trowel. Don't leave home without one. I'll go ahead and open this bag right here. Kind of hard to do with just one hand. So we got the tubing. What else we got in here? Vitamins. Always bring vitamins and ibuprofen. I've got zinc, I've got potassium, magnesium, and then the big ones are a 1 a day. And the rest of them's that vitamin I, ibuprofen. So everything you need to not run out of electrolytes. Oh, drop some Tums. And the filter, there it is. There's my filter. I prefer the larger Sawyer. I have 2 minis. Not a fan. I feel like the minis get plugged up and they don't filter as efficiently or as quickly. So we'll go ahead and pop the top on this bag. And we will pull out our meals. They are not great meals, but they are meals. So this right here is 1 pound, 3 pounds, or 16 ounces. Yeah, so 1 pound of freeze-dried black beans. So when you add water, you've got 3 pounds worth of beans right there. Set those to the side. Windscreen for my stove. This is my stove right here. So I was debating whether I'm going to use this one or grab one from over here. Where's the dirty one? Dirty one's hooked up for a video, so we'll just use this one. So these right here are the BRS white gas stoves. Usually this is what I'll bring. It's about the same weight. This is a little bit heavier, maybe 4 ounces, 5 ounces heavier than the stove that I pulled out. I just pulled that stove just to have something in the bag there. But this one's not bad either. So this has got the piezo lighter on it. Works just fine. I prefer the other one, the white gas, for higher altitude and colder weather. So we got a multi-tool for cleaning the grill. My little stove thing. I know what you're saying. That's a whole lot of extra weight there too. But it's necessary to have. I don't know if you can see that little pin right there. You need that for cleaning the jets out of the stove to keep it burning. That right there is a wrench, another wrench, a more different wrench. So everything you need to build and work on your stove, break it down, whole kit and caboodle right there in one little piece. So we've got a pot. We've got a pair of backpacking socks. I'm going to wear these on the way in. These are Injinji boot toe socks. They don't make the boot anymore, I don't think, but these go all the way up your calves. That way you don't have to worry about chafing or blisters from the tops of your boots. You got a pair of woolies for sleeping at night. So we'll set all the clothes over here. Some more black beans. These ones have seasonings in them. You just kind of shake and get the seasonings together there. One more water bladder. Got toilet paper to last me about 8 days to 10 days, depending on if you use it sparingly. I also have a patch kit for my air mat. I have a backup battery cell. I might go with a bigger one, depending on circumstances and what I end up bringing. Whole bunch of stakes. So I didn't pre-measure my stakes. I probably have more stakes in here than what I need for the tent. Kind of excited to show you guys the tent. Then I have these right here is potatoes. So we've got about 1.5 pounds, almost 2 pounds of dried potatoes to make 4 to 5 pounds of wet potatoes. So we've got the potatoes there. Dig this out of the bag. This is my 0 degree quilt from Hang Tight. So I am a pretty big advocate of the Hang Tight quilts. I've used these quite a bit. My brother-in-law used this on this year's his elk camp and said he loved them. He and his wife both used one. They got down into the teens and they didn't have any issues. I'll go ahead and show you guys these over here. So these are the standard Hang Tight quilts. They come with a snapback. See if you can see these snaps. So you can unsnap that and spread the whole thing open. This has got a drawstring at the top, so you can turn it into a blanket if you wanted to. It also has a drawstring down here at the other end. These are all features that you have to add on, so be sure to tell them that those are the things you want on your quilt. But this right here, you snap this with the second one here, and then you pull those drawstrings tight and it cinches that collar up around your shoulders. So this is their regular quilt. We've got about 13 or 14 of their quilts. We have 4 of these right here. That's what I wanted to show you, is that reflective, almost like a mylar on the inside. Holy cow. Those things are a hot box. They will keep you cooking. So we'll get back into the bag here. Oh, we've got another meal just to break up the monotony. You got breakfast. I might add 2 more of those sized bags in there just for good measure. Some peanut butter. This is my go-to when I'm hiking on trail and I need a little bit, if I start feeling tired or kind of start slowing down. So I've got some white sugar added to this. It's just a dry peanut butter mix with a little bit of sugar. Throw some water to it, make a paste, drink it down super fast. You get the quick burn from the sugar, and then you get the slow release from the peanut butter. So I've got, oh, more food. Some peanut butter squares and gummies. I try to keep a bag full. This will probably be filled up a little more. But I try to keep bags full of those little gummies because that is quick release. That's like jet fuel on the trail. So we've got the hunting coat. And we've got a matched pair of hunting pants somewhere down there. They're underneath the puffy. So we'll pull the Rock-A-Rolla puffy coat out. So these two in combination I'll sleep in this along with this. Depending on how hot or cold, it's just layers. Take one off, put one on, do what you need to. If it is really cold during the day while I'm hunting, I can throw both of these on and I am toasty warm. Sweat out most of the time. So I don't generally wear both of them. So, pair of the pants. I don't care for these pants. They're heavy. They're noisy. And then on top of that, they don't breathe at all. You can hear how noisy that is. So it's hard to be stalking around through the bushes if you're rattling and scratching. Okay, so this is creme de creme right here. This is my tent. Right there, that's it. That is a one-man, it's a Hexamid pocket tarp from Z-Packs. 6 ounces, that's it. So that is where the majority of my weight savings goes, is that little thing, smaller than, and I had this out just to show you. It's a roll of Charmin, smaller than the roll of toilet paper. So then we'll reach down in here. I've got my orange, so I'll be wearing a hat as well. Emergency fuel. So I won't be carrying all of this. I don't have a lighter in the bag. So I figure weight-wise, if I just carry everything, I'll usually only take 3 of them. And that does me just fine. That's cotton balls soaked in Vaseline. You put a little Vaseline in a pot on the stove and warm it up. And then dip your cotton balls in there and roll them around until they soak it up. And then you pull them out, put them in the freezer, then get them in a bag. They're slimy, they're gooey, but they will light up instantly. And we've got 2, not just 1, but I carry 2 of these sleep mats just because my back hurts if I don't. So I'll pull the other one out. We're about down to the bottom of the bag. Here is the size of fuel canister that I'm bringing. This is a 600 milliliter. There it is. And then the other pad. And I believe the only thing we have left in here now is a pillow and some leaves. Oh man, my pillow. That's it. That's that whole bag. That is everything I'm going to need for 1 week worth of elk hunting. I'm going to keep all of my extra provisions in the truck. My thought is I can go out with just this right here. If I drop an elk, I can eat part of the elk that night, leave the majority of my stuff at camp, pack the meat out, and then once I drop camp, I've got everything I need at the truck. Drop the elk off at the truck, get back up to camp, and I can slowly start moving camp and elk between maybe 3 trips and just resupply and rest at the truck as needed. Then I don't have to go in with a full pack. On my way back in, I can go in empty carrying just food and water that I picked up at the truck, and I don't have to worry about going so slow.